Hey guys, still here. We're back with Cold Waters, and we're tasked with sinking an enemy surface group in the Norwegian Sea. I only have a couple of these Mk16 dumbfire torpedoes, so I'm going to be trying to find them and hopefully attack them with the Mk37s, because I'm not too sure about the Mk16s. In the meanwhile, NATO has made a reappearance in Western Germany, counter-attacking and getting a foothold in West Germany, so that's good news. Now, there's the surface group. Come to me, buddy. Come to me. Alright. Sierra 1 designated at bearing 103. It's close to 15,000 yards. Depth is 50 feet? Why am I at periscope depth? Well, we might as well make use of it while we're here. Raise ESM and the scope. Let's have a look through the scope. There's definitely one of them. Kresta 1. What we have here. Riga class. And there's another one. What are we looking at? I can barely make him out there. A Riga, and a Kresta 1. Range, 12,000 yards. Alright, that's enough information for me. Make a starboard turn. Reload with Mk16s. And prepare to do a torpedo attack. Tube 1 ready. Tube 2 ready. Tube 3 ready. And Tube 4 ready. Excellent. Okay, there's the aim point indicator. The Riga, so far, seems to be completely unaware. I'm going to keep it that way. So we're going to fire at where the ship is supposedly going to be. Which is quite a guess. I'm going to fire one torp there, one there, and one over there, in case he speeds up. We're going to reload with Mk37s. This is torpedo attack old school. Of course, now I have in a reverse track 4 indicators pointing pretty much directly at my submarine. So we're going to try and get the hell out of here. Now I don't need to worry about these torpedoes trying to stay in contact with my ship, because they simply don't have a wire. They're just that old. Now, one of you guys asked how long a wire can be. This is a wire-guided torpedo. I looked it up, and these guys can be very, 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 very long. Apparently, the Mk48 has an internal wire on the torpedo of 10 nautical miles. That translates to about 18 kilometers. Add to that the distance that the submarine has on board, and you're looking at a range of another 10 nautical miles of wire. So with that, you can have a very long-ranged torpedo, so at 32 kilometers out, still attached to the ship. So we can really give this guy indications. Talking of indications, it looks like our Riga has noticed the torpedoes, and he's probably not too happy about them. Whatever happened to my torpedoes? Oh, they're still there, I just didn't track them anymore. There's the Riga. If this Riga is actually stupid, then he's going to run right into one of them. Stranger things have happened, but no way in hell. I'm gonna hit a dumbfire? Really? Yes, really. The Riga's even making a wrong course correction. He's going to get hit by at least one. Boom. Wow. Okay, so I hit a dumbfire. That's interesting. These other guys are not going to be too happy about the loss of their ally. I want to try and find this guy again. And I actually hope that he's going to be coming my way. The Kresta are both heading off. They are running as fast as they can. Which is a good idea, because at that point I can no longer hit them. Now, the question is this an actual contact or not? I think it might be, but I'm not exactly sure about him just yet. Although he's getting awfully close. We have a new contact designated Sierra 5. The fact that we didn't detect him earlier is slightly worrying. Now this Riga is getting a bit too close for comfort. So I'm going to fire off 2 torpedoes. I still have plenty of those left. To try and dissuade this guy from getting any closer. There he is. We have a 95% track. Kill time acceleration. Make it a surface target. Oh, we have a whiskey nearby. Okay, in that case we're going to fire everything. I'm going to fire... Hang on, I'm going to fire tubes 1 and 2 at the Riga. These are going to run active immediately. And then I want to fire these things at the whiskey. It's going to be a pretty busy underwater show here. Keep angling. I'm going to, as long as possible, keep track of those torpedoes. Looks like the Riga probably hurt the torpedoes and is reconsidering his course of action. Making a hard turn to starboard. He's going to try and outrun those torpedoes. So now we have torpedoes 1 and 2 looking for the Riga. Torpedoes 3 and 4 are trying to get a line of sight on the whiskey. Hopefully, they're not going to be tracking the dead Riga. They might. This Riga is heading off at 22 knots. And that's probably not even his end speed. He can go faster than that. .25 knots. Whiskey's running. What's your speed, Sunshine? 15 knots. But his range is worrying me. Aside from that, tubes 1 and 2. Let's see, you're torpedo 1, so you can go up. You can go down. Hopefully we can still get that whiskey. And meanwhile, the other Kresta ships are probably way outside of range. At least for now. Whatever's happening with that whiskey, though. He's right there. There's the torpedo! That's tube 2. 2. Dude. I can still turn you around. So, let's give you permission to go after this target. He's not actually tracking him. Or is he? Well, he might be. And considering how much noise he's making, I'm still getting a good signature on the sonar. So I should be able to find this guy with the torpedo. Yeah, torpedo is acquired. And if he's going to make a turn to starboard, correction port. Yep, that's one dead submarine right there. Okay, so we have 2 confirmed kills, a Riga and a whiskey. We still have 1 Riga on the run at medium range and 2 Kresta ones trying to get away from me as quickly as they possibly can. Now, this Riga is never... I was going to say he's never going to be able to get hit by the torpedo, because the torpedo is well outside of his range. But not if he's slowing down to 5 knots. So I'm now manually taking control of Tube 1. I hope that Tube 1 still has enough juice in it, or Torpedo 1, to go after this Riga and get close enough. The Riga is once again speeding up. 24 knots, 25. At this point he will outrun the torpedo. 26. Lost the wire on the Mark 37. Now it's just a matter of hoping that the torpedo is going to find something. But I rather doubt it. As for those other Krestas, no idea where they are. These guys could be anywhere. So let's go back to periscope depth and see if we can get some more information. Load tubes 1 and 2 with the dumbfires. We've re-established with the Kresta 1. Where is he? Oh, you're not actually as far away, are you? Although, 63,000 yards? You have to be kidding. Or at least I rather hope that you are, because I'm never going to be able to reach him if he's at 63,000 yards. That's a stretch. Alright, up scope, up ESM. Signal strength is going down already. Oh, hello. Hello, hello. Where are you going? Are you coming for me? Is that it? Because if that's his bow... Is he coming directly at me? Because that's not... I'm thinking that's his stern, but... bow would make more sense. If it is, then that could be the Riga. Where'd you go? There you are. Yeah, we're gonna fire a couple of torpedoes at a bearing of 073. Yep, it's definitely a Kresta, and he is definitely coming this way. He is just 19,000 yards out, which is still too far away. But if he's coming my way, and I think he's using active sonar, 17,000 yards, 16 half, 16,000. Keep coming, buddy. A couple of torpedoes lined up for you. Again, this thing has a lot of anti-submarine missilery right on the front there. I would rather not challenge this ship up close. I'm not too confident about that. Definitely his bow there. Definitely. Okay, so at this point it's going to see who's going to shoot first. I already fired, but that doesn't mean I'm out of the woods yet. And in fact, I would rather not stay here for too long. If I send these torpedoes active, that could work. But one thing I don't understand is why this Kresta is racing towards my position. Because he still has his helicopter on deck. And I don't think the AI is smart enough to actually try and go get survivors from the Riga and or the Whiskey. I really don't believe that. Alright, we've got a wire break on tubes 3 and 4. Let's load up a couple of Mark 16s and see if we can get lucky. That should be an interesting fight, especially from the front. Alright, we're going to get the hell out of here. Shit, we're cavitating. I do not want to start cavitating. Feet. Kresta seems to be still coming directly for me. Or is he changing course? He's at a course of 257 and is not moving. All head 2/3. Do not cavitate. Passing 200 feet. Plane's neutral. I'm going to see if we can get to this position, turn north, and then fire a couple of dumbfires directly in his line of path. He's still at a course of 257. We still have a good track on him. Passing 400. No idea what my torpedoes are up to. Looks like they haven't gone active just yet, because they're not snaking. Come on. What's the other turbo up to? Shit. Didn't work. We're gonna make a full starboard turn. We lost the track. There's the Kresta again. Hold. Alright, so we know that he's really, really close. We need to go up at least quite a lot initially. Kresta's maintaining course. He's 3,000 yards out. If I fire off my Mark 16s at this point, they're going to run at my own ship depth. So that's currently 290 feet and they'll pass right underneath that surface ship. Not what I want to have happen. So I need to get close enough to the surface. And fast. Oh, dude. 2,500 yards. This thing is almost at point blank range at this point. Bit more. Passing 100 feet. 88 feet. 70 feet. 69 feet. 65 feet. 60 feet. I'm gonna fire. Away 1. Away 2. Away 3. And away 4. Reload all the torpedo tubes with Mark 37s. Because that's the only thing that we have left. And be quick about it, because we might need to give this guy another salvo. And I'm not sure how he has not detected me just yet. At this point you'd say that he really should. I think he might be onto something here. What? He's not even making a course correction? I think he hasn't seen the torpedoes yet, so these two are going to miss. I'm not sure about that one though. It's going to be quite close though. Ooh. He's going to miss. He's going to just narrowly avoid. But he must be sweating at this point. Alright, go active immediately. Go hunt him. Tube 2 ready. Tube 2 away. Reload tubes 1 and 2. I'm starting to run out of weapons. I've expended all my Mark 16s and I'm starting to run low on Mark 37s. And that Kresta 1 is moving at incredible speeds. 34 knots. I'm going to have to manually control the torpedo, but I can't. I already had a wire break on me. Or both of them, actually. Yep, he's going to completely outrun the torpedoes. And he's just running south. Damn it. However, the other Riga seems to also want to get some. Which is fine. Hold on. That Kresta is coming back with a vengeance. 34 knots. Heading immediately in my direction. 6,000 yards out. Oh, we better make these shots count. Away to 1. I'm not sure if a torpedo of this caliber is even enough to sink one of these surface ships. Because these are very, very light torpedoes. Now, so far, none of these guys has yet engaged me with weaponry of any kind. Sub is still in good operating condition. Make a bit of a turn. Keep following the torpedo. Seeker cone for these torpedoes is really, really bad. So I need to be patient with them. Damn it, I lost another torpedo wire. Fine. In case the first one doesn't work, we're going to fire another one. Go active. Here he comes. Hold on, where are you going? I need you to head to the Kresta. Not anywhere else. Kresta's making a course correction. He probably spotted both the torpedoes. He's getting awful jumpy about it. Can't blame the guy. Oh, come on. See, this is the problem with the Mark 37s. They just get completely outpaced by these surface ships. This is why the Mark 48 was such an immense improvement. I'm just gonna see this guy disappear once again. Torpedo even lost track. It's circling. Yep. I even gotta make sure I don't get hit by my own torpedo. Roger that. Make starboard turn. I want to see if this Kresta is going to make yet another attempt to come close enough. It still might, who knows. This torpedo should be running out of juice any moment now. Damn it. So far I've only sunk 2 ships, 1 Riga and a submarine. Looks like this Riga is still absolutely not interested in the fight. I can't really blame him. I don't believe that this thing has that much anti-submarine weaponry aboard. I could try to chase after the Riga. He's operating at 25 knots, so that wouldn't really make sense. This Kresta, same. Doesn't really make sense. Let's raise the scope and the ESM mast and try to find the other targets, because if there is still another Kresta around, I want to know about it. So let's do a quick search of surface contacts. Thinking there's something there. I think that these guys are too far away, unfortunately. I definitely gave those skimmers a good scare, but a scare is not enough to prevent them from sinking enemy or friendly shipping. Alright, we do have time on our hands, so I'm going to try and chase after one of these guys. And it's going to be the Riga. We're going maximum deep, which is about 650 is what I'm going to be comfortable with. And hopefully chase after this guy enough so we can find him. Passing 400. All ahead flank. That will do. Not sure if that torpedo is still circling there, but he shouldn't be a problem. Now, this Riga, he's running at 28 knots and I'm running at 22, correction 25. So the chances of me still trying to get close enough to hit him are really, really low. Unless he somehow gets a rush of shit to the brain and turns around and comes at me. But that's wishful thinking. Alright, let's do a drift leg. Re-established. With the Riga and the Kresta. The Kresta's still hopping around. And he's still moving at 23 knots. If this Kresta gets too close, then I can still go after him instead. Because I think that Kresta's actually hunting me and the Riga's just trying to get the hell out of here. Let's make a turn. Hello, Kresta. Are you really feeling that confident that you want to go another round? Accuracy's 50, 60, 70, 85, 90, 95. More or less over there. Interesting. So why would you go and visit your old shipmates close to the wrecks there? Why are you heading in that direction? And why am I suddenly not picking up his signature anymore? I don't like that at all. I want to find out where this guy is. Kresta re-established. Solution's only 8%. 19, 30, 39. Course correction starboard. Come on. I'm going to lose a bit of depth here. Passing 300, 200. We got the Kresta back on screen. I'm just going to try and scope this guy again. Slow, 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 hold. A little bit. There you go, 49 feet. Up the masts and scope. Signal strength of 5. I'm expecting this guy pretty much due north. Nothing there. Let's see if the sonar can give me a bit more information about him. Nothing as of yet. %, 57. So we should be at a bearing of 38. So that is 038. Should be right there. Nothing. Got him. There you are. I think that he is once again going to come right at me. This is probably the last chance that I'm going to get a kill on this guy. Let's try not to blow it. Lower the ESM mast. Start angling towards this guy. He's moving slowly though. I think he's looking. Is that him? Yeah, that's him. Kresta 1. Round 3. So far this guy already had 8 torpedoes fired at him and he's still perfectly okay. He's speeding up all of a sudden. Rapidly getting the hell out of there. And making good speed north. Slowing down. What are you doing? 7 knots. He's doing another victory lap or something. 17 knots, 12 knots. What are you doing? Seriously. It's like he's searching for something between the Riga and the whiskey. Could the AI really be that distracted that it's looking for a shipwreck and considering it a target? I mean, stranger things have happened. The AI is generally quite difficult to program properly for submarine warfare. 15,000 yards. At this point, I want to try and get closer. And pretty much not fire until I see the whites of his eyes. So this could take a while to get close enough. And so long as this guy just keeps circling around, so long as he just maneuvers close to the Riga, we have time. He's not actually trying to get away at this point. 13,000 yards. And here comes another rush. 23 knots. 17 knots, 12 knots, 9 knots, 7 knots. He's listening again. And he should be speeding up any moment now. Doing another sprint leg. 5 knots, 7 knots. Here we go, 11 knots, 14 knots, 17, 22, 23, and slowing down again. He's doing 8s, figure 8s right there. He's just circling, like he's waiting for something. The only thing he's going to be finding there is his death. At least, if my Mark 37s would actually be able to hit something. Which would be a welcome change. Because so far, it's been pretty sad to see those torpedoes consistently miss their target. And he should be doing the next bit of his figure 8 right about now. Range is currently 8,000 yards, so he should already be quite a bit bigger on the scope. There he is. And he's making another hard turn to port, speeding up. Speed 23 knots. Range 8,000 yards. Slowing down. Over and over and over again. Slowing down. Bloody hell, dude. Okay, last chance. 6,000 yards. 7,000 yards. He's doing another lap. Speeding up. Slowing down. Range 6,000 yards. Still not close enough for me. Did he hear me? I doubt it. 4,500 yards. 4,000 yards. 3,500 yards. He's doing another runaway track. Once again, making a poor turn. At this point, I'd say we should be able to see individual sailors aboard the ship. I mean, look at this guy. This is not normally how close I would ever want to get to a surface ship. 4,000 yards out. Whoa! We lost one of the tubes. Emergency fire, tube 1 and 2. Reload tube 1. Make sure we get the tubes back under control. I think that he may have spotted my scope. The question is that going to save him at this point? No reloads available. Yeah, because my tubes are damaged. Okay, see ya. I'm not going to sit here and get shot at by you. All ahead full. All ahead flank. We're cavitating, that's fine. Could somebody withdraw the scope? Cannot raise mass. No, I don't want to raise it. I want to lower it. 73%. Ooh dear, ESM mass damaged. I lost the track on the Kresta. Passing 200 feet. Tubes should be fine. Oh shit, we just don't have any torpedoes left. That's the problem. We are flooding. Contact lost, contact faded. Alright, slow down, all ahead's 1/3. Let's see what this guy is up to. If we can find him, that is. Torpedo is still awfully slow at 26 knots. Kresta 1 re-established, Kresta 1 running away at 28 knots. Yeah, we lost this guy. Oh, fine. At this point, I'm starting to really flood. Because I'm too deep. Okay, we need to get that flooding under control by getting a bit less deep. Less pressure on the hull, easier to fix the hole. Passing 300. There, that'll have to do 137. Alright, we're no longer flooding. I'm going to just leave combat. We have 2 weapons left. We have flooding damage. We have damaged the ship. I am not interested in pursuing any further contacts. We have sunk 1 Riga and 1 Whiskey. We have 2 Crestas in the wind and 1 Riga. Discouraged to hear you lost this opportunity against such a high priority target. Yeah. Well, that's what happens. Give me subpar torpedoes. Task Force Terror. Oh joy. Return immediately to Holy Lock for repairs and to replenish stores. Thank you. Locate and sink any hostile warships during transit if possible. Sure, just not today. Because we're going to be doing this operation some other time. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'm really surprised I was able actually to get a hit with the dumbfire torpedoes. The Mk16s did work, albeit hesitantly. If you give me the choice between a Mk36, a Mk16, or Mk48, I'll pick a Mk48 anytime. Because the Mk16s and the Mk37s, yeah, they're just a bit outdated. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon for further submarine warfare.